Hi guys, so we're back for another installment of my cocktail series. And today's fragrance that we're doing is going to be Peach Margarita. And I'm super excited about this one. It smells really, really good. It has a lot of like peachy tones. It's kind of sweet. Kind of smells like when you get like a blended frozen margarita with like the peach concentrate. That's what it smells like. So I'm super excited about this one. I've got my oils melted down right here, and my lye water is super cold today because it was a little bit warmer for the strawberries and champagne, and then my soap batter accelerated. For the people that say that temperatures don't really matter, I beg to differ. If I don't do anything that's like pretty cool, then I tend to accelerate, but that might also have something to do with like, you know, the amount of stick blending and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start blending this up, and I'm just gonna blend it to a really, really, really light trace. And in my last video, I was using my KitchenAid stick blender. Even though it's new and I got it for Black Friday last year, there must be something wrong with it. I'm thinking something in the blender head right here isn't right, because every time I turn it on, it blows a bunch of air and it gets a bunch of air bubbles inside of my soap batter. So I'm back to using my good old Bella. This thing was like $15 off of Amazon. And a lot of people say that it's not a good stick blender, but I mean, I went and I got the $60 KitchenAid stick blender, and you know, it's taking a giant poop on me right now. So let's blend this up. Okay, I've separated my batter into these 4 containers right here. And the first one that I'm gonna start to color is gonna be this one in this corner. And it's going to be a solid color at the bottom of the soap mold. So in this one, it's a couple different colors mixed together. So it's Mango Tango Mica, Orange Vibrance, as well as a little bit of gold. And I did disperse it in a little bit of oil so that it would be easy to incorporate. And then I'm just gonna mix it in with my spatula, and it should disperse fairly easily. I'm just gonna add a little bit of the fragrance oil, and then I'm gonna stick blend it in, and then we're gonna add it to the bottom of the mold. And the reason why I'm going to stick blend this color down here is because I want it to set up. And if you're doing a layered soap and you want a layer to set up so that you can put the next couple layers on and have it already be nice and set, stick blend your fragrance oil in, because your fragrance oil, even if it's really well behaved, it will cause it to accelerate just a little bit, and that's what I want right now. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna blend it up on high. Okay, I blended that about 10 seconds. And we're gonna move rather fast right now. So I've got my brambleberry mold right here. And I'm just gonna dump that right inside because it's gonna be my bottom layer. And now that this bottom layer is inside of the mold, I'm just gonna beat it down like this. Okay, and I'm gonna leave this to set up for just a few minutes. And while I do that, I'll mix up the other colors. Okay, so over here I've got what I'm going to use as the accent colors. So the first one is going to be a gold Enviro glitter, and I dispersed it in oil as well. And then next up I've got some orange, and I've got that dispersed in oil as well, and we're gonna put it into this other one. And then last but not least, the pot with the biggest amount of soap batter is going to be white, and it's going to carry the accent colors right here. So I'm just gonna add some titanium dioxide right into there. We're also going to be adding a little bit of titanium dioxide to the orange color just so I can kind of stabilize it. And then the gold will stay its original color. Okay, so I'm just going to hit these two with the stick blender real quick and real gently, just so that the titanium dioxide can disperse correctly. And then we'll mix in the peach margarita fragrance by hand, and then we'll put it on top of the mold. Okay, taking what's left of my fragrance oil, I'm just gonna add it into these 3 containers. And then we're gonna just blend everything in by hand. And the fragrance oil is so strong and it smells so good. I might have to keep one of these ones for myself. All right, and as you can see, this layer has set up nice and well. So I'm just gonna set that down right there. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the camera angle a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I kind of debated on what I wanted to do with this soap, and I debated on if I wanted to do an in the pot swirl, but I'm thinking that I want to do a drop swirl just because I've been on a drop swirl kick lately. So I'm just gonna very gently over here in this corner, add some white. All right, and I'm gonna save some of that white so I can kind of break up the other colors. Now I'm just gonna take the peach color. And then I'm gonna go from pretty up high, down the middle. And then we're just gonna repeat this step until the mold is filled. Okay, now that I've got all of the soap inside of the mold, I'm just gonna beat it down a little bit and make sure that everything is nice and flat. And then I'm gonna give it a little bit of a swirl on top. The mica that I'm using to swirl the top of the soap is a gold Enviroglitter. And then I'm just gonna drizzle it over the top. Okay, and now I'm just gonna take my little kebab stick and I'm gonna give it a little swirl on top. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys in for a close-up, and then in 18 to 24 hours, I will come back and then we'll cut up the soap, and then you can see what the inside looks like. Last but certainly not least, before I completely forget, I made these cute little fruit embeds. Here I am forgetting, and we're just gonna stick those in the top of the soap. God, I can't believe I forgot to almost put on the best part of the soap. Okay, and now that I've added the little fruit embeds that I almost completely forgot about, now I'll be back in 18 to 24 hours to cut up the soap. And yeah, that's it. I'm not forgetting anything else, at least I hope. All right, guys, see you soon.